Stephen, I suppose it's a nice marker to start your season, Dublin in Croke Park, although maybe you're getting sick and tired of playing Dublin in Croke Park, I don't know, a nice marker to start the season.
I know, yeah, like I suppose, yeah, Croke Park is where you want to play, like, you know, and on the lights as well, it's class, there'd be good atmosphere and stuff like that, and chance to test yourself against the Dubs again, like.
And after what happened last September, is it, I mean, I know the league is the league and the championship is the championship, but when you want to get a victory in?
Yeah, 100%. Like, you know, it definitely won't make up for last year if we do beat them on the 25th. But yeah, it's going to start a new year now. So yeah, looking forward to that.
And reflecting on your own All-Ireland experience last year, the previous two finals you played in, you'd come off earlier. You got to play both finals last year, so obviously it's a team game and you want to win. But you must have taken some satisfaction out of the fact that you got to play pretty much both of the games.
No, not really. I suppose you're trying to win the game, like, you know. So we weren't able to do that. So that was disappointing. But I suppose maybe as a team we're happy with our performance, you know, and we could have won it the first day and we're close enough the second day as well, so we're not that far away.
Do you feel like you're getting closer to Dublin? You obviously beat them in the league, you got the goal last year in Tralee, you drew with them in Tralee the previous time, obviously drew with them in the championship last year as well.
Yeah, maybe, but I suppose you don't want to be totally focused on Dublin as well. Like they're going to improve as well. You know, they have a lot of fellas coming through too. You know, so you just have to, I suppose, look after your own house. And at the end of the day, it's going to be probably a toss-up between us. You know, and you're trying to get down to the wire like we had in the first day maybe, and just be able to see it out this time.
And did the departure of Jim Gavin give other teams hope, Kerry in particular? Is it a good thing to see Jim gone?
Yeah, like I suppose it could go either way. Like, you know, they could get a boost from a new manager as well. Like, you know, so but obviously he's a very successful manager. Like, so yeah, but I'm pretty sure Desi Farrell will have his house in order too. Like, so it's another thing we can't focus too much on.
How much does looking back at those games, how much does it dominate your thoughts in the days, weeks, months afterwards?
Yeah, like it's a big thing, like, you know, it's a big thing in your life, and you put a lot into it, so it definitely is a big factor. Like, I suppose you move on when you're playing club football, things like that, but yeah, your mind wanders back a few times, alright, you know, and yeah, it's just disappointing we weren't able to win the game on either occasion.
And you run over specific sort of incidents and moments during these games?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. I suppose the first day we had a few kind of crucial turnovers towards the end when we were a point up that I suppose we regret. And the second day, I suppose, I had a good goal chance, you know, that I missed, so I would have liked to stuck that away, you know, and we could have seen how close we could have got them down the stretch, but yeah, it didn't happen for us, so.
And they're powered in the last 10 or 15 minutes. That was something that was spoken about time and time again after the game. Is that something you really notice when you're out there, that these guys, they're able to keep going deeper and deeper into the well?
Yeah, it's clear. It's definitely something that their conditioning is through the roof, really. Like, you know, and I suppose maybe we had a few fellas maybe playing kind of for first or second season, you know, maybe they kind of wore down, but they definitely seem to come strong, especially the first day, you know, they seem to have plenty in the tank, you know. So I suppose it's something we have to try and match, you know, and I'm sure our training staff and nutritionists and all that are looking to, you know, how can we can get on their level.
Stephen, is that a product in a way of the fact that they've been going so far into a season for so many years continuously in terms of recency and having to be at that level? And you'd imagine Kerry haven't got to the final line of replay last year, that you're building on a bigger foundation this year than maybe you were this time last year.
Yeah. Hopefully. I suppose they probably obviously they've number one, probably very, very good athletes playing for them as well, and they probably have the top level strength and conditioning and nutrition and all that too, you know. So they're probably at the optimum, really at the peak, you know. So, but definitely I suppose you're learning every year. I suppose everyone can take a bit away from last year and improve, you know, kind of 1%ers here and there, and to try and maybe match that. Like,
I think most people would say last year was your best year in a Kerry jersey. Is there anything? Did you do anything differently, or what do you put that down to?
Yeah, I suppose people say that probably I was just able to get on the scoreboard a bit more last year, but I felt like a couple of years before that I was you know, doing the same job for the team. You know, it was maybe last year I got a bit more spotlight or whatever for just getting scores, but yeah, it's just, I suppose you're just physically maturing, you know, and you're you know, in the primary career now, really. So just working on, you're trying to add things to your game every year, you know. I suppose we did probably you know, we have a more functioning forward line as well, so you could kind of, you're a contributor as do you know what I mean? It's easier to do coming to a team that's doing well, you know. And we had obviously very good forwards in the team, you know, and playing, especially which maybe Shawnee and David haven't come onto the scene, you know. So you know, it's easier to play in a functioning forward line than, you know, maybe you know, where we're struggling for form maybe the years before that.
And at the age you're at now, like, you feel you're at your peak physically?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah, you'd have to, like, yeah, naturally, yeah, no, maybe not at the peak physically right now at this moment, you know, after, because we had the whole pile of training done, but definitely last year I felt like, yeah, I was in good shape, you know. So yeah, once a bit of training now, hopefully we can get back to that level.
I feel like you've got a bit more awareness when you're on the ball now than you would have had in previous years?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're aware of kind of traps that defenders and maybe just help defenders are setting for you, and and maybe you get rid of the ball once you've drawn the second man. So that's just a function, I suppose, of learning. It's just, yeah, I suppose I probably am. Yeah.
Are you coming from a little bit deeper as well? It's easier to see what's in front of you or what's happening.
Yeah, I suppose maybe I would have kind of the first couple of years I would have been playing kind of sometimes in the corner, sometimes in the wing. Might have played the whole season in the corner, the wing, but maybe the last 2-3 years I've been kind of more solely kind of in the wing, where all the league games at the wing, and the championship the wing. So I suppose that's probably maybe a factor as well in it.
Do you feel you were hard done by with the All-Star selection? Seems that most people feel like you were.
Yeah, look, it was disappointing. Maybe not the one. It would have been a nice award for the end of the year. But I suppose the main prize was won in September. But I suppose Kerry got 4 All-Stars. For losing All Ireland team, it's probably the max you're going to get. And the lads were very deserving winners. And it was particularly hard. I'd say everyone mentioned that it's a particularly hard team to make. Especially the forwards this year. So yeah.
When you got that black card against Tyrone, were you worried about missing the final?
Well, I was because I was suspended, but I suppose might have said at the time as well that I was particularly aggrieved about the black card against Meath. I don't think it was a card, so I suppose I knew I had that put me into my back pocket. But yeah, it was probably a stressful time as well, having to come up here to do the hearing and things like that. But thankfully I was clear to play on it.
Did you kind of?
Something you were thinking about all along? I mean, that card against me, that you knew that if you did accumulate too many, you knew you could appeal that one?
It was only the week before that game, so I wasn't thinking of it for that long, But yeah, so I suppose I was aware of there's a possibility. Yeah.
There would be an assumption that Kerry would kick on now again, but I mean that just doesn't happen. It's up to especially senior players like you to really drive the thing on again now, isn't it?
Yeah, no, 100%. Every year is different. I mean, it's not teams come out of nowhere, teams fall away to nothing. So every year is different. We have to treat this year as with respect to the reserves and just put everything into this year. It's not just going to happen for us just because we've got young players and they're a year older. That's not the way it works. Dublin are very young.
Everyone is very cognizant of that, though, and that they are very keen to drive the thing on.
Yeah, I think we haven't done a whole pile of collective training to get that message across, but I suppose people will have to be that, and lads you talk to are aware of that. So.
Would you have spoken as a group since the All-Ireland final?
Very little, because we're involved longer. Our club championships ran on, and some of our divisional championships are still going on. South Kerry Championship finals next weekend, so we haven't had a chance really to meet too much as a collective.
Were you on team holiday?
Yeah, we're on a team holiday. I was just back from that. Sorry?
Thailand?
Yeah.
How's that?
That was good crack. Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah, it's nice award for the end of the year, but it's nice to get a team bonding and stuff like that, and a bit of weather.
You haven't discussed much. You wouldn't discuss football while you're away in team holiday.
I try not to anyway. It's not really the place for it, But yeah.
Thanks for watching Our Game. Don't forget to like and share the videos, and if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe.